What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to Jagan Gaming. So first off, before I get started, let me apologize about the extremely poor audio in my videos. I recently purchased a Blue Yeti microphone, however, I cannot get this thing to work. Apparently my computer does not recognize it at all. When you go into the settings, it says mic not plugged in, so I'm currently doing a little bit of research trying to figure out what the hell's going on. It's 3:30 in the morning, so I'm not really going to mess with it that much tonight, but tomorrow I'm definitely going to hit it hard. So hopefully I can figure out what the hell's going on and get this thing fixed. If any of you have had this problem with the Blue Yeti mic, and just off the little bit of research I've been doing, apparently this is a widespread problem where it's supposed to be a plug-and-play mic, and I've seen several reviews that this was an amazing microphone, but I cannot get it to be. My computer absolutely will not recognize it. So if you've had this problem, if you could shoot me a message on how you fixed it, it would greatly help me a lot. So anyway, I wanted to talk about the Star Wars Resistance animated show that's playing right now on Disney. Originally, I was not going to make a review, but I decided I was going to go ahead and do this. I've actually been holding off on this for like over a week. I know there have been other reviews that have already been done, but I wanted to maybe kind of hold out. Let's give it a chance, and that's ultimately what I wanted to do. I wanted to go into this with an open mind, and okay, let's see, maybe it isn't too bad. That's how I felt with Star Wars Rebels. Initially, I wasn't too hot about the animation, but it grew on me. I liked the storyline. I liked the characters. It just drew me in. I was already a fan of the Clone Wars, so I was kind of hoping Star Wars Resistance would, be the beginning of Disney starting to pick things back up for Star Wars, but apparently that isn't going to happen. I'm sorry to say, if any of you, had hopes that this is going to help revitalize Star Wars, I'm sorry. I'm just being honest. I just don't see it happening, at least not with Star Wars Resistance. We do have The Mandalorian, which is the live-action show that's coming out soon. Well, actually, I don't know exactly when. Maybe next year. I'm not exactly sure when that's going to premiere. But maybe that'll be the thing that does it. But I just don't see it happening with Star Wars Resistance. My first issue with it is the anime. The style of anime, it really seems like it's geared towards little kids. It does not seem like, and I don't know if that was the target audience, but when I looked at it, the animation to me seems very cheesy. It's this just crap. I don't like it at all. Second problem are the characters, and this is a problem I had with The Force Awakens and with The Last Jedi. The characters to me are not characters that I can relate to. They're not characters I got attached to at all. I feel absolutely nothing towards these characters versus with Star Wars Rebels or the Clone Wars. That show to me was exciting. Well, mainly because you already know what's going to happen. Okay, and I'm really excited that we're getting the final season. So in the final season of the Clone Wars, I'm really hoping we see, Order 66. I hope we really see the sacking of the Jedi Temple. Okay, I'm really looking forward to that. That much I can promise you. I am definitely excited for that, as are several other people. With Star Wars Rebels, that again, I love that show because it occurred during the original trilogy, and you get to see all these things that are going on behind the scenes. Because you have other rebel cells that are going on. They're not part of the main rebellion, and it's nice to see that these are the other things that are going on, and it's not just the main characters that we all saw. You've got these other rebel cells that are doing their own thing as well. So I really like that about Star Wars Rebels. Not to mention all the characters had some kind of background. Okay, and it was really exciting and it was really interesting as well. With Star Wars Resistance, you've got Poe Dameron. I never liked his character. I'm sorry. I really tried to give that character a chance, but I was completely done with that character by the time I had finished watching The Last Jedi. Along with pretty much all the other characters, and it's nothing personal against those people who play those characters. Like you have, Rose, Finn, Captain Phasma, Admiral Holdo, and all those people. That is nothing against them personally. It's just the character. It's not to say that they are horrible actors. In no way am I saying that. It's just that the writing was just too bad. It destroyed the character, in my opinion. So, at the beginning of Star Wars Resistance, you have this young kid. He's a new character. They're flying, and he and two others are flying around in these new X-wings. I guess these are T-85 X-wings, and I'm not really too thrilled about the new design of the X-wing. And I guess I'm just nostalgic. I like the original T-65D X-wing from the original trilogy. That's kind of what I grew up with. That's what I like. I'm just being honest. And I understand that over years things are gonna, upgrade, and designs are gonna change. But that's just how I feel. I just love that original design. The new design just really didn't do anything for me. Well, they're fighting up against this Imperial or First Order TIE. He's all in red, so I guess that's how you know he's really important, or I guess he's like an ace pilot or something like that. He gets left behind by his other two pilots. He tells them to go, I'm going to take care of this guy, and in doing so, his spacecraft gets damaged, and Poe just happens to show up and save him from being killed. And at that point, Poe says, hey kid, why don't you come with me? I've got a top secret mission. And the thing is, it makes no sense. Poe doesn't know this kid for shit. You just met this guy 2 minutes ago. He's on board, your blockade runner, and now you're recruiting him for this top secret classified mission, and you don't know anything about this kid. Okay, and he's young. I mean, he looks incredibly young. Okay, and Poe leaves him on this platform, whatever the hell it is. I don't know. I don't know what the hell this thing is supposed to be. It's some kind of platform or whatever. And there are people who race, and they do other things like provide maintenance for people who are passing through, I guess. And these characters are just boring. They're just unbelievably boring. There's nothing exciting about them. There's nothing that I don't know. And his character is this new character. He's unbelievably immature. Okay, he's kind of selfish. And the thing is, Poe did not give this kid any kind of training. He just leaves him there and tells him, okay, your mission is to find out who it is that's sympathetic towards the First Order. And that's it. He leaves this kid. This kid has no clue about spying. He has no idea about how to conduct espionage, how to do any of that stuff. Crucial need to know facts that you need to know when you're on a spy mission. You kind of need to know the trade of espionage. Okay, but Poe doesn't do any of that. He just leaves this kid there, and I guess he's gonna check up on him, or he's gonna report into him weekly, and it's just like, oh, okay, let's see where this goes. He gets in trouble in a bar. BB-8 is with him, and BB-8 lets this kid get in trouble. BB-8 does nothing to stop this kid from, getting in trouble. And I thought the point of Poe leaving BB-8 there was to look after him, to help keep him out of trouble. And instead, BB-8 lets this kid, allows him to be swindled in a bar bet. So now he owes these thugs money that, of course, he doesn't have money to pay them. So he spends his time running from these thugs throughout the course of the episode. You don't see any kind of, like espionage, him doing a spy mission or anything. You really don't see any of that. There's very little of that. Excuse me. And finally, some pirates show up. They attack the platform. However, this kid is able to, scare him off. He finds out who it is that's working for the pirates, and he's able to thwart their attack on the platform. And if that's and that's it. That's all. That's all there is. Okay, it was really boring. It was really ho-hum. It's just not exciting at all. And I'm really scared to say, okay, this is where Star Wars is going. This is crap. It's just crap. So I saw a YouTube video earlier today, I think on Geeks and Gamers, where they were asking, do they believe that The Mandalorian is going to help save Star Wars? And the answer was, I found the answer rather interesting, but I can definitely tell you that Star Wars Resistance is not going to be what helps to save Star Wars. I can promise you that much. Okay, if anything, this is just going to piss off more people. Okay, and part of this is, you've got all these characters from The Last Jedi that nobody liked. Okay, nobody liked these characters. Okay, so this is not gonna help. If anything, this is going to be detrimental to Disney. Okay, if hopefully The Mandalorian is good. I always want to kind of go in with an open mind, and hopefully that is pretty good. But this is complete garbage. It's clearly the target demographic is little kids. There's no way that this is targeted towards hardcore Star Wars fans. So, Disney is just continuing to go down the drain. And, I mean, how much more damage can you guys take before you're going to fuck around and you're going to completely alienate your fan base? Again, these are the people who pull money out of their pocket, and they happily do it. Okay? Eventually, you're going to get to the point where your fan base is just going to say, okay, that's it. I'm done. And that's already happening. It's already happening. Okay? It just hasn't happened enough, in my opinion, to really fully get your attention. I think you're starting to get it. Okay? They just fired Chuck Wendig. He was the author of the Aftermath series of books. He was also, I believe, the author of the Vader comic. And he was going to do another, some kind of other project, but it's an unannounced project. And he's been fired because of all of his toxic comments that he makes on Twitter. Disney and Marvel finally said, "Okay, dude, you got to go. You're bringing a lot of bullshit to the table." And to say that, with Star Wars Resistance, like I said, I had to really force myself to sit through it. Okay, now I didn't watch it when it came out. I just got up the next day and downloaded it from Pirates Bay. And I guess that was the first 3 episodes. The 4th episode or the next episode is going to come out this weekend. And I'm not sure I'm even going to really waste my time watching it, to be frankly honest with you. There is the possibility, however, it might pick up. Okay, I want to at least, maybe it'll pick up. Maybe it will start getting exciting. Okay. And if it does, I'll make another video on it. But past this, I'm not going to do a review on every, episode. Right now, at this point, to me, that seems pretty pointless. It's, if these first couple of episodes are indicative of what to expect, then there's no point. I don't see this making it past the first season, to be frankly honest. I just don't. Okay, that's how bad it is. I don't see this being renewed for a second season at all. And, there were some people who didn't like Star Wars Rebels, but I think that lasted, 4 seasons? I'm pretty sure it was 4 seasons. Because I believe that's when Kanan was killed at the very end. which was actually pretty sad. I did not see that coming. That was actually really sad. Okay, but that's what happens when you get attached to a character, and I have zero attachment to this new kid. Poe, Finn, Rose, Rey. I don't have attachment to any of those characters. I could really care less what happens to them. So, but ultimately, this is, and I gotta stop saying this because I know I say it a lot. This is just damage from The Last Jedi. They're trying to. I want to say they are trying to fix things, but it's just not enough right now. This is not gonna fix it. Okay, I'm gonna hope maybe the Mandalorian will be the one that helps to revitalize things. That'll kind of renew people's interest in Star Wars. But right now, Star Wars Resistance just is not going to be the thing that does it. If it's going to stay the way it is now, and if in the next couple of episodes it picks up, then that's possible. We'll see where it goes. But past that, I just don't see it happening. And I understand this is just my honest opinion. Take it with a grain of salt. But I just don't see it. I'm sorry. I just don't. And I was very disappointed. I mean, I knew that I was going. Just looking at the trailer, I knew that okay, this is gonna suck. But I was really hoping, like, okay, let's see where this goes. Let's give it a shot. I was really hoping, and unfortunately, it was as I suspected. It was to me, it was awful. I had to force myself to sit through it. It was really boring. I actually took breaks, because I was doing some homework. I took a break from watching Resistance to do some more homework. And normally it's the other way around. I'd watch some YouTube videos, or I'd watch a movie to take a break from doing homework. It's real bad when it's the other way around. You're taking a break from watching Star Wars Resistance to go do some homework, because you're just that bored with it. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. What do you think? Do you think this is going to suck all the way through? Do you think that this is going to get renewed for a second season? Personally, I don't think it will, as it stands right now. Also, if any of you have got a Blue Yeti mic, and if you've had this problem where the mic isn't recognized at all, please let me know. Like I said, I'm very sorry about the audio quality, and tomorrow I'll be spending some time with my son, so hopefully I will be able to figure out what the hell's going on with it. I might even call Yeti customer service, or their customer support rather, and hopefully I can get this thing fixed, because I want to be able to provide you with some quality audio. I know that's what turns people away from YouTube channels. Right now I've got a whopping 2 subscribers, so I'm actually very grateful for that. I never imagined I would even get subscribers, so even though it's only 2, I'm very thankful. So thank you for subscribing. I'm also planning on upgrading my 1050 Ti graphics card to a 1070. That's more of what's in the budget. Right now I'm kind of unemployed, so 1070 is just a little bit cheap, more affordable for me right now. Not to mention my daughter wants to build her first gaming PC, so I'm really looking forward to that. That she's wanting to get into PC gaming, and she really likes Minecraft, so I'm completely okay with that. So if she wants to help build her own gaming she wants me to sorry, I'm all over my words, but I'm all for it. So anyway, if you like this video, go ahead, click that like button. Feel free to leave a comment down below, and I will see you guys next time.